Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and I am back with another video. And in this video, y'all, it's just a regular makeup video. It's just like a get ready with me video while I was getting ready for the day. All I did was do my makeup um here, so I wanted to just upload this while I chat with y'all for a little bit. It's been a minute actually since I've uploaded some long form content. If you've been on my page, you've been seeing me upload YouTube shorts just because it's easier. And then like the YouTube shorts I've been uploading um, has been in real time as I was getting updates. So just in case y'all don't know, I am a pro se litigant. All that means is do I sue people, or people sue, or if a person sues me, I represent myself without a lawyer. And if y'all don't know, which I probably don't, well, no, from my other videos, you probably do know because I've said it before. But I love law stuff. I've been loving law since I was 5 years old. No lie, like watching SVU and everything. Like I've been hooked. Cops on. I used to watch Cops on. We used to watch that. I wanted to be a lawyer when I grew up. Um, so all the things, I went to law school for like not even a semester. It was like a summer. I did one summer class. But then life hit, so it just never happened. Anyway, fast forward to where I'm at now. Had a conversation with God. Like, God, I need to be doing something that I like and love. Like, I just know this is not the life. I don't know what's going on in this world, but whatever I'm seeing, this cannot be what you meant for us. Because there's no way you can tell me you love me and I gotta sit here and work and pay bills. It just never sat right in my spirit, and I was determined to figure out how I was gonna get up out of this. um, but with all of that came me overworking, over hustling, just all the things, realizing that I'm doing it by myself, and I got burnt out. And from me getting burnt out, that's when I really called on God. Like I knew God before, and I've said this in many videos, y'all, but y'all gonna hear me repeat it as many times as I need to, because y'all don't understand. Like the people who have been saved understand. Excuse me, I'm a little sick, y'all, so sorry for the coughs in between. But for the people that understand, when God come and rescue you, my God, it's a feeling I cannot explain, and it's something I will forever talk about, because I was just in such a dark cloud that I did not see a way out. I did not see a way out. And the thing about it is I wasn't even doing nothing crazy. I was literally just trying to make it. I was trying to keep my family afloat. I was trying to keep myself afloat. I was trying to keep my kids afloat, all while dealing with whatever things you had to deal with on a daily basis. It was a whole lot. I was helping other people when they needed help. It was just, if it wasn't one thing, it was the next. All while I was just crashing down, because eventually, if you pull and tug from yourself for so long, something's gonna give up. And unfortunately, it was me. I started giving up because I was just so focused on not failing and making sure that it worked, that I let myself go on all like for a long time. And then when God pulled me out of that, that's why I be saying it so much, because I'm like, y'all just don't understand that feeling. Like, and if you do understand that feeling, that anxiety, that worry, all that, I don't have that no more, y'all. So I'm gonna have to talk about it, because that's something that I cannot explain on how I don't have it, and I had it all my life. Like I literally been worrying and having anxiety all my life, and that is just not something that I have anymore. Does it try to come up? Yes, but I now have the ability to like combat that with like, that's not what God say, or that's not what God want. Like God doesn't want us operating off of fear, and I definitely was operating off of fear of failing. Um, so I tried to do everything in my power, and at that point, I need a supernatural power, and God came through. so so yeah, if you hear me just repeat that in many of my videos, just know I am thankful. Like that is my way of being forever thankful to God, because it's something that I just cannot believe. Again, I didn't see myself coming out of that. So now that I'm out of it and in a different space, it's part of my testimony. It's now part of like my core of who I actually am, because it's kind of like an awakening. Like I kind of just awoke to be like, hold on, because whatever you just formed into is not who you're supposed to be. And this, confidence is going down, just giving up on myself, on the way that I looked, how I felt, all the things. And God doesn't want you should be doing it by yourself. He don't want you doing it by yourself. But even if you are, let's say the breadwinner, or the one who is, trying to hustle to get the family out of, let's say, poverty or whatever, what we all deal with, us black people deal with all the time. Excuse me. It shouldn't mean that you have to sacrifice yourself. Like that, to me, that just doesn't make sense, because if you're doing all the work, you should be able to reap the benefits, of what you're sowing. And at that time, that just wasn't what was happening. So now that I'm out of it, it's such a beautiful thing. It's something I could talk about forever. Um, but yeah. So anyway, I was saying, what was I saying that to say? Lord have mercy, my mind be just garbage. I will go off in a tangent so fast it don't make no sense. Um, but yeah. So with that being said, y'all, I am now at a point where, like, oh, I know what I'm saying. I was telling God, like, I want to be able to do something that doesn't pull me away from my kids, because I don't have the support. So I have to be the one to be, readily available. And I also want to enjoy it. Like, I just, and honestly, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. In my mind, I never felt like I should be hustling. Like, hustling never set right in my spirit either. And I know people was like, oh, you need to have these different forms of income and streams of income and this, that, and third. And I'm not knocking that. But at the same time, I'm like, if God knew me before I was even here, then you would know how my life was gonna go. And like again, it goes back to, if you love me, why would you want me out here hustling like I'm some type of man? Like, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know, yo. I don't know. I don't know. It's just me. It never sat right in my spirit that I had to come out here and hustle, get, do all this, that, and the third for the money. Like, it just was too much chasing for me. And I don't even do all that. I don't do all that chasing. If you know me, I don't do all that chasing. So that never sat right with me. And then I just, really sitting and having talks with God. I'm like, God, I can't do all of that. So it has to be something that I really enjoy. And that's not coming from a lazy part, because I'm not lazy at all. Like, you give me something I like, or something, some type of direction to do something, and it's something I enjoy doing, I'm gonna do it to the fullest, and I'm gonna give it my, 110%. But just hustling and just trying to, do certain things because it's the thing, or it's a way to make money. That just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but that part of it just never sat well with me. So, having that conversation with God, it kind of like led me to this. And y'all, funny story, because I actually asked God, like, at this point, I've surrendered fully to Him, and I'm just like, look, all right, if it is your will to take care of me, then by all means, do that. The hardest part for me is trusting that He's going to do that, because I really don't. I've never had the opportunity to put my trust in somebody like that. I was always the person that people trusted. So that was a hard like pill to kind of swallow, with trusting God and not seeing the way ahead when I was that's what I was used to. So with that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm trusting you, Lord. So now what? Like, how do we? How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. And so I remember I had this conversation, or I had asked, I was like, "God, I need some money. Like, I need some money. Like this, this being low on the funds ain't really sitting well with me now, okay?" And again, I'm not lazy, so I'm willing to work for it. I promise you, if it wasn't that same week, it was the next week. I had got two lawsuits. One was in July, and the other one was September 2nd. And so the first one was July 3rd, and then the second one was September 2nd. And y'all, when I got that paperwork, I was like, God, what you got going on? Because excuse me, you asked for something. It's not. I'm not saying like God's just going to throw the money at me. Like, here you go. But I know He's going to, bring the opportunity to you for you to make it. So I'm like, I'm cool with working for it, but I wasn't expecting that, because here's the thing. it goes back to me like in law and stuff like that. I was already like doing all this research and stuff on my credit. I was fixing my credit, doing all of that, removing my evictions to get into the place that I'm in, removing evictions, period. I didn't create an ebook for people who need help with removing their evictions. So if you do need that, I'm just gonna link that. I'm gonna link that ebook below. Um, but I was already doing all of that. I just wasn't in the courts with it. So then I found some information where that I came across where people was like, you can sue the people back. And it never dawned on me like, wait. So then I started researching debt collectors and I'm like, oh, when I realized they don't have proper standing, they don't have ownership of these debts. How are they able to come after us? Is because we're not using our rights. So excuse me, we're not knowing what the rights are and then we're not using it. So as I'm defending myself with the credit reports, I'm using consumer law. So it goes back, they go hand in hand. So I'm like, so now I'm deep diving into this researching. And then, once you research now, you gotta take action. Because how you gonna know if it's gonna work unless you do it? And that's essentially just what happened. I was at me telling God I needed help money wise. He gave me the action to get it. And ever since, y'all, that's where my YouTube shorts has kind of been coming from, this updates in real time. I am going to try to make long form content for the debt collection stuff too. I just got to kind of get it organized a little bit better on like how to do certain steps or whatever. But it's really, really easy. And y'all, when I tell you I'm so fueled for this type of stuff, oh my goodness. I'm like, oh, okay. I see, I see what you got. And I feel like, excuse me, because um I'm also studying some other stuff now, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, that's a little extensive. That's a little extensive. But I feel like this also gives me the opportunity to kind of just get more comfortable with the courts because my only time that I had to go to court one like was I had a traffic ticket, but the cops were gonna say I was on my cell phone, and I was like, no, I wasn't, sir. So you gonna have to prove that. And it was just something in me that was just really irking me that he really lied. So I was like, I gotta defend this. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm not paying this ticket. I gotta defend this. And it got dismissed because he never showed up. So that's that. But I never really got to fight. So I feel like me actually, doing this and being able to go up against these companies is really like boosting my confidence to where I'm gonna need it for what's ahead. And only God knows what's ahead. But y'all, I got a feeling that it has to do with what he has me learning on the side and the stuff that he has me learning. Again, like I told you, I gotta unlearn to learn. So it's about to get. I know it's gonna get so deep, and but it's it's stuff that I like or whatever. So yeah, I would definitely have some videos coming up for that too, because it's something that I enjoy, and the shorts will make more sense once I plug them all together and put it in one video. Because again, it's as they come, and then y'all, I'm doing like 5 cases. I'm trying to add a sixth one and a seventh one. Like, or I added a sixth one. I'm trying to add a seventh one. Like, it's crazy. Your girl's just out here. So that's neither here nor there. But it's exciting for me because I really like doing it. And then I feel like it's helping me build even more of the confidence of whatever God has ahead. So it's something that I'm looking forward to. Um, but yeah, sidebar, y'all. Um, this lip pencil, I really like this color, but it's drying. I think I got this from a beauty supply store too, but it's so drying, and you can kind of see I have to keep going over it like too many times. But the color, I like it with my nude colors and then with like my pink colors. So it's irritating. I have to find something that just glides on a little better. Y'all, and I have become such a blush girly. I'm trying to get more into like pinks, but like I have kind of like a golden undertone, so sometimes the pinks don't work with me. The hot pinks kind of like does better with my skin, but that baby pink does not. And that makes me so upset because I really want to wear the baby pink, but it just doesn't look right with me. So this is the finished look. If y'all enjoyed me talking, thank you. Come back. If you like these looks and you want more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video.